vendors. So these are all the firewalls we are going to cover, firewall product we are going to cover. Okay. So Cisco ASA, Cisco Firepower, Palo Alto, FortiGate, and Checkpoint. These 5 firewalls we are going to cover. These 5 firewalls we are going to cover in this in this 5 on firewall mastery program. Okay. So why I'm saying this, it's a well packaged course. So because these 5 firewall from vendors, almost 4 vendors. So Cisco, we have a 2 firewall products, and rest of the 3 vendors are different vendors. Okay, so totally 4 vendors product we are going to learn here. And actually in this 5 on firewall mastery program, 5 firewalls plus 2 management products, you're going to learn almost 7 plus products. Product wise, 7 plus products you are going to learn in this 5 on Firewall Mastery Program. So what are all the products that I'll let you know? Okay, so the why I'm saying this 5 firewall package is well packaged, because this 4 vendors are the market leaders. It's almost in a firewall industry. These 4 vendors, Cisco, Palo Alto, FortiGate, Checkpoint, right? So they are ruling the firewall industry. Guys, am I audible? Guys, you can unmute and you can. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Then RB, please reconnect. I hope others can hear me. Okay, so yeah, come back to this 5 on Firewall Mastery Program. So this 4 vendor product we are going to learn here. So these 4 vendors are the market giants when it comes to the firewall industry. So they are ruling almost 70 to 80% of the firewall market. Okay, we have a n number of next generation firewalls, right? But these 4 product vendors are the market rulers. They are ruling the market. Okay, so that's the reason I'm saying this is a well maintained package. Okay, so if you're learning this 5 firewall products, so you will have a better knowledge on the network and cyber security domain, and you have a better job opportunity. So regarding this, what is the advantage of learning this 5 firewall mastery? I mean, the combination of multiple vendor product we'll discuss later. So now I just want to go with the curriculum details. Okay, so in this 5 on Firewall Mastery Program, so as I mentioned, 5 firewall products we are going to cover. So in this 5 firewall products, we are going to cover in the different range of certification. Okay, so in this, for your batch, we are going to start. We are this 5 on Firewall Mastery Program. We are going to start with morning and evening batch. Okay, so morning batch, we are going to start with Checkpoint as the first firewall in this 5 on Firewall Mastery Program. And we do have evening batch. Evening batch, we are going to start. FortiGate is the first firewall in this 5 on Firewall Mastery Program. So timing, morning batch, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Indian Standard Time. Okay. Evening batch, 8:30, this the same time schedule, 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Okay. So all our weekdays batch, Monday to Friday, we are going to have session. So we don't have a session on weekend. There is no session on Saturday and Sunday for this 5 on Firewall Mastery Program. Okay. So as I mentioned, in this 5 on Firewall Mastery Program, these 5 products we are going to learn. So I just want to start with Palo Alto. So what are the, I mean, what are the certification we are going to cover in this entire 5-in-1 Firewall Mastery Program. I want to convey this. Okay. So in Palo Alto, there are two type of certification as per the vendor, Palo Alto vendor. So if you are focusing your career with the Palo Alto certifications, then in especially in Palo Alto firewall, your you can write an examination called PCNSA, Palo Alto Certified Network Security Administrator, and PCNSE, Palo Alto Certified Network Security Expert. Okay, so this just so you can after completion of our curriculum, you can write directly PCNSE as well. So there is no prerequisites in Palo Alto vendor. There, if you are having a knowledge of Palo Alto firewall plus one more product called Panorama management product. Okay, so Palo Alto Firewall, PA means Palo Alto Firewall plus management product called Panorama. So if you have a knowledge of these two products, you are directly eligible to write PCNSE expert level certification. Okay, so either you can start with PCNSA and or you can go with the advanced level PCNSE. So there is no prerequisites. You must complete PCNSA, then only you can go for a PCNSE. Not like that. You can directly write an examination if you have a knowledge of Palo Alto Firewall and Panorama, guys. Okay. So our curriculum, which is included both PCNSA and PCNSE. Okay. So as per the vendors curriculums, you need to complete 3 papers. EDU 210. If you want to get trained Palo Alto courses in a Palo Alto network itself, they will cover this curriculum 3 different papers. So that is called EDU 210, EDU 220, and EDU 330. Okay, so these are all the papers. These are all the papers they are going to cover. So which included PCNSA certification, which. So if you want to go for a PCNSA certification, you need to complete EDU 210 paper, which is purely talk about Palo Alto firewall, not other product called Panorama. Okay, so if you want to get certification on PCNSE level certification in a Palo Alto, then you must have a knowledge of EDU 210 and EDU 220. And third paper is called EDU 330, which is talk about the dedicated paper, which is talk about the troubleshooting. Okay, so EDU 210, EDU 220, and EDU 330. So if you have a knowledge of all these 3 papers, you're eligible to write PCNSE. So our curriculum, which include all these three, EDU 210, EDU 220, and EDU 330. So the duration for this Palo Alto will take 1.5 months to 2 months. So since it's a 1 hour batch, weekdays batch. So it's a 8:30 to either you are taking a morning batch or evening batch. It's a 1 hour batch only, 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. 8 a.m., 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., right? So it will take 40 to 45 hours. It will take to complete your Palo Alto. So since we don't have a session on weekend, so obviously it will take 1.5 months to 2 months to complete Palo Alto itself, because we in this 5-in-1 Firewall Mastery Program, this product is having a huge content. Okay, so comparatively any other firewalls in this 5-in-1 Firewall Mastery Program, Palo Alto have lots of content. Okay, so because you are learning one more product, not only Palo Alto Firewall, you are learning Panorama product as well. Okay, so 2 months it will take to complete. Okay, then then we are covering FortiGate firewall and Checkpoint firewall and Cisco ASA and FT. So as per the certification, you are eligible after completion of our training, you are eligible to PCNSA and PCNSE. And when it comes to the FortiGate Sorry, yes. So when it comes to the FortiGate's curriculum, previously FortiGate firewall, we are covered this FortiGate entire FortiGate firewall, and this certification is called previously NSC4. So when you are going to learn entire FortiGate firewall, okay, so as per the vendor, the curriculum is splitted as a two different papers, similar like Palo Alto. If you want to get training about this FortiGate firewall in Fortinet vendor itself, they will give a training with the two different papers. One is called FortiGate Security, another one is called FortiGate Infrastructure. Okay, so the previously, if you learn these two papers, you are eligible to write a NSC4 certification. But right now, FortiGate, they have changed the certification track. So if you learn FortiGate Firewall, you are eligible to write FCP certification. FortiGate Certified Security Professional. Okay, Fortinet Certified Security Professional is the certification name. So FCP, where you are going to learn FortiGate Firewall, entire FortiGate firewall product only. Okay, not like Palo Alto. We will learn one more product called Panorama, right? The same way in FortiGate, we are covering FortiGate firewall only. Okay, so now and there is no management devices, it's which is not included in this 5in1 Firewall Mastery Program for FortiGate. Okay, and so our curriculum, which include again FortiGate security paper and FortiGate infrastructure paper. So we are covering entire FortiGate firewall. So product based learning here you are going to learn. So you are eligible to write after completion of this FortiGate training, you are eligible to write FCP certification. So you will become a Fortinet certified security professional. Okay. And then in checkpoint similar to Palo Alto, there are two type of certification. One is CCSA, Checkpoint Certified Security Associate, Checkpoint Certified Security Expert. Okay, so there are two kind of certification: associate level certification and expert level certification. So here in checkpoint our curriculum which include up to CCSA and CCSE, but in checkpoint you cannot directly write a CCSE exam just like a Palo Alto. Okay, so there is a prerequisite. So if you are focusing your career with the food checkpoint products, so you want to become a certified checkpoint certified engineer, then you have to start your career certification path with CCSA, checkpoint certified security associate level. After completion of that associate level, after you have a 2 years validity for the certification. So after the 3 years validity for the certification. So after that, you have to upgrade your certification, or you have to renew your certification. So in that point you can go for a expert level certification, so you CCSC guys for upgradation purpose. Okay, so but you cannot directly go to the CCSC just like Palo Alto. Okay, so you must complete CCSC certifications. Okay, so these our curriculum which cover we have Palo Alto PCNSA, PCNSC, right? FortiGate FCP, Palo Checkpoint, CCSA, Checkpoint CCSC. Five different certification, right? So five level of certification you can get. And what about Cisco ASA and FTD? Cisco ASA and FTD, there is a different certification track which is followed by the Cisco vendor. Okay, so you don't have a specific certification for the product wise, just like Checkpoint, FortiGate, Palo Alto. You don't have that kind of specific product based certification. So you need to learn if you want to become a Cisco certified engineer. You can become in a security product. You can go with a CCNP certified engineer, you can go, or you can write a certification in a security domain, CCIE. Okay, so right. So this curriculum, which include up to CCNP level, these two products, Cisco ASA and Cisco FTD, Firepower Threat Defense Firewall, which is Cisco's one of the next generation firewall. Okay, so these two products, along with one more product, we are going to learn in a Cisco that is called FMC, Firepower Management Center. It's similar to Paloalto Panorama. It's a centralized management device for the firepower devices. Okay, so where you can manage multiple firepower threat defense firewalls under one roof in your FMC by using FMC, guys. Okay, so this three products, by after learning these three products, Cisco ASA, Cisco FTD, Cisco FMC, then if you are already in a Cisco certification, security certification track, right? So you are looking for a Cisco certification in a security domain. So you must complete yes core certification. Okay, certified security core examination. Okay, so if you are completed yes core, then if you want to become a CC, either you can go with the CCNP certification or you can go with the CCIE certification. So if you want to go with the CCIE certification, then this is your entry level examination for your CCIE lab. So you need to complete lab. But if you're looking for a CCNP certification, security certification, so SCORE is a again entry level certification. It's a specialized certification, and you need to come if you want to become a CCNP certified engineer, you need to write one more certification called specialization certification, right? So either you can go with the VPN specialist or you can go with the ICE, like that multiple product we have. Okay, web security appliances, mail security appliances, like that. In that, one of the certificate, this is these products, Cisco ASA, Cisco FTD, and Cisco FMC. It comes under the next generation firewall specialist certification. Okay, next generation firewall specialist. So if you're already a score certification you have done and you are looking for a CCNP certified certification, then after learning these products, you are directly eligible to write a specialized certification called Cisco next generation firewall specialist. So if you successfully written this examination, and you will become a CCNP security certified engineer. Okay, so which means our curriculum here we are included in this three products, Cisco ASA, Cisco FTD, and Cisco FMC, up to CCNP level of training. Okay, CCNP level of curriculum we are going to included in these three products. Okay, so totally you are going to learn 5+ certificate. You are eligible to write 5+ certification along with the next generation firewall specialist certification. You are eligible to write 6 type of certification program certification, guys. Okay, and you are going to learn 7 type of products, 5 firewall products, 2 management products. So 7 different products you are going to learn in this 5-in-1 firewall mastery program, guys. Okay, regarding the duration, as I mentioned, Palo Alto, obviously, it will take 1.5 months to 2 months. So make it as a 2 months. Cisco AS and FTD, FMC, it will take 1.5 months. Okay. So sorry, it will take 2 months to complete. Okay. Checkpoint, and FortiGate, it will take 1.5 months to complete. Okay, so max to max, this course will be taken 5 to 6 months to complete the entire 7 products, guys. Okay, entire. So in this duration of 5 to 6 months, you are going to learn 7 different kind of products. So five firewall products and 2 management products you are going to learn. So see, you are eligible to write 6 type of certifications. Okay, so which included in our 5-in-1 firewall mastery programs. Okay, 5-in-1 firewall combo mastery program. Okay, so let me show you the curriculum one by one. So this is our Palo Alto curriculum, which include EDU 210 paper, EDU 220 paper, and EDU 330 papers. Okay, so we have a 14 modules we have totally, along with this examination preparation. Okay, sorry. So this 14 model, Module 1, let's talk about the Palo Alto platform and architecture. So here we are going to discuss about what are all the Palo Alto modules we have, like hardware-based firewall, virtual machine-based firewalls, and then what are all the in hardware-based firewalls, what are all the family product, I mean firewall Palo Alto family products, which means firewall series, so hardware series like 7,000 series, 3,500 series, 5,000 series products we have. The same way, how from beginner level 400 series to 7,000 series, what are all the level of hardwares we have, and what is the specification of each hardware, and what based on your need, which type of hardware firewalls you have to choose. Everything we will discuss under platform and architecture, guys. Okay, along with we are going to learn one more important thing about SP3 architecture. So Palo Alto use this architecture, okay, so to process the packets. Because of this SP3 architecture only, Palo Alto can produce maximum throughput than any other firewalls in any other next generation firewalls. Okay, so Palo Alto can produce maximum throughput, maximum output than in this firewall products, guys. Okay. So this is the one of the major reason why Palo Alto is the market leader. Okay, so past 1 decade, Palo Alto rule the firewall industry. So all these five products, four vendor products are ruling the firewall industry. But in that, so Palo Alto and FortiGate, they are getting first two places, guys. Okay, so why they are become a market leader? What is the reason? What is the difference between them? Uh, in this 5-on firewall mastership program, I mean, five firewall products. So everything we will discuss one by one in our upcoming session, guys. Okay, since it's an introduction session, I just want to walk through with the curriculum. Okay, so tomorrow we'll go with the lab session with FortiGate. Then as per our curriculum, detailed info I'll give you. What is the reason of each product? What is the uh, difference between the each firewall products, and why they are become a market leaders right now? How they are popular, right? So everything, how they are giving a solutions to the enterprise network. Everything we'll discuss in a live session, guys. Okay. So module, as I mentioned, module 1, platform and architecture. Module 2, it's about the device management, where you are going to learn how to take a backup, how to register your Palo Alto firewall. When you're getting a fresh Palo Alto firewall, how to access your Palo Alto firewall very first time through CLI and GUI console, and how to register your Palo Alto firewall with a Palo Alto tag account, how to update the licenses, and how to do patch update, operating system upgradation. So that and all comes under the device management unit. So everything we'll discuss. And how admin, what are the type of admin privileges we have, customize, how to create a custom admin privileges, okay, administrator privileges. So that and all we will discuss under device management, guys. Okay, along with the high availability. So for redundancy purpose, we your Palo Alto will support two kind of high availability methods. One is active passive, another one is active active. Okay, clear. So this we will discuss under device management, and then Module 3, it's about the deployment option. So you can deploy your Palo Alto firewall in a 5 different methods. So based each deployment have different use cases. So based on your need, you can choose that particular type of deployment options. So Module 3, which talk about the interface deployment. I mean Palo Alto deployment option, Palo Alto data interface deployment option. So layer 3 means you can deploy your Palo Alto firewall as a routed mode or NATed mode. Layer 2 means you can deploy a Palo Alto firewall in a switching environment. Okay, layer 2 mode. And layer virtual wire, you can deploy your Palo Alto firewall without any assigning any IP address. So which means you can you are deploying your Palo Alto firewall as just like a IPS along with the firewalling feature. Okay, which is not in this deployment option, it will not support L3 functions. Routing will not be supported, NAT will not be supported, VPN traffic, VPN it's not supported on L3 interface, sorry, virtual wire. The same way, Layer 2 features will not be supported. But still, you can deploy your Palo Alto firewall as a next generation firewall, and you can filter the traffic efficient way. So where we have to use this in, this type of deployment that and all we'll discuss in our live session, guys. Okay, all are scenario based deployment, all are industry based scenarios. Okay, so we'll discuss in our live sessions. Okay, and how you can also deploy your Palo Alto firewall data interfaces if your dedicated management interface, I mean, if your dedicated high availability failover interface is getting failed, if suppose that interface is not work properly, then you can use your data interface as for high availability purpose, failover purpose. So how to deploy your data interface for failover, that and all we'll discuss in this module 3. Okay, and tab interface, you're deploying your Palo Alto firewall as a just like a IDS. In this deployment, your Palo Alto will detect the virus, malware, spyware, right? But it will not take any action against the virus or malware spyware. It's just like a intrusion detection system. Okay, it will not act like a firewall. It just act like a IDS. Okay, so what is the use case? Why we need to use this deployment order? We'll discuss on that particular topic. Okay, so module 4, it's talk about the NAT. So in Palo Alto, we have a different kind of, your Palo Alto firewall will support uh, source NAT and destination NAT and U-turn NAT. So some of you already heard about the U-turn NAT, and some of you it might be a new terminology. Okay, so what is U-turn NAT? And what is the use case of that U-turn NAT? And U-turn NAT is nothing actually. The combination of source NAT and destination NAT is called a U-turn NAT. So when your internal employees want to access your internal services by using the public URLs or public IP addresses. So in that time, you need to implement U-turn NAT. So right now, if you are not able to, if suppose if you are not able to understand what is this, that's fine. I'll let you know in a live session. Okay. So U-turn NAT is nothing when the internal employees want to access your internal services by instead of calling the private IP, they want to call by using a public IP or public URL. Let's say in your organization, they have a web server, right? Let's say tcs.com. Okay, this is a website. Let's assume that it's a website of TCS. Okay, so TCS internal employee, they already there inside their organization and web server is hosted here. Okay, let's assume that this is the web server. Okay, and internal employee, he already inside your organization and he want to access this web server. He doesn't aware about the internal IPs, so he knows only the URL tcs.com. So in that case, you need to use this type of NAT called U-turn NAT. Okay, when your internal employee want to access your internal resources by calling the public URL, okay, so that time they will rerouted to your private IP to public IP. They need to reroute it. So for that purpose, you need to use this U-turn NAT, guys. Okay, so here whatever I have mentioned about the policies, so network security, basic security policy, what are the type of security policy we have? So policy, when it comes to this basic security policy, and then NAT policy, under policy table we have different kind of policy, basic security rules which examine the live traffic, okay, which allow or deny the live traffic, that is access control policy or basic security policies. And we do have a NAT policy table, we do have a uh, SSL decryption policy. We do have a authentication policy. So different kind of policies we have in Palo Alto firewall. So what is authentication? When you want to allow or deny, or when you want to allow the internal employees by giving their username as an input, user identity purpose, we will use this authentication policy. So when user need to access the internet, we need to implement NAT, right? When your Palo Alto firewall want to examine the encrypted traffic, you need to implement SSL decryption. Okay, so that and all we'll discuss under the policy menu, module 4. Okay. Module 5, which is talk about the application control. So where application control is one of the next generation firewall feature where you want to allow or deny the traffic based on the specific application or category based application. Let's say I want to allow social networking related websites, I mean applications. So I want to allow Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, all networking, all social network related applications. I want to allow or either I want to deny. That is possible because of your application ID feature. So any specific ID or group, any specific application or group of application or your customized your own internal applications. So you can either allow or deny by the help of app ID features. So that we will discuss under module 5. So module 5, module 6, module 7, module 8, module 9, right? So all are talk about the next generation firewall features. So UTM features. So like application control, URL filter, file blocking, IPS. So when you want to detect the virus, malware, spyware, then that comes under the content ID feature. So it's a IPS function. Okay. And URL filter. So all are application filter and URL filter. It's a layer 7 filters. Okay. And your firewall, when you want to examine the authenticity of the traffic, your data, originality, or whether it is a secure data or non-secure data, you need to verify that, right? If suppose data is I mean, if the packet is encrypted, your firewall doesn't have a privilege by default. It doesn't have a privilege to examine the encrypted traffic. So in that use case, you need to use this decryption option. You need to create a decryption SSL decryption policy, and then your encrypted data will be decrypted and your firewall will examine that data packet. If anything is vulnerable, anything virus or malware is there, it will be denied. If all are okay, your firewall will allow the traffic. Okay. So that we will discuss. I mean, that we will discuss under module 9. So decryption policy. All are up to module 9, which is talk about the next generation firewall features or UTM features. Okay. Unified threat management features. So it's all about fire traffic monitoring or IPS functionalities. All these features are IPS functionalities. Okay. So module 10, it's talk about global product. Global product, which is nothing, actually it is a VPN, SSL VPN. Global product is the dedicated Paloalto proprietary application for the SSL VPN. Okay. So how to configure, how to install this global product application, how to download from the Palo Alto firewall, what is the authentication method, everything we'll discuss under the global product. Okay. And module 11, it's talk about the site-to-site VPN. Okay. So module 12, so up to module 11, it's all EDU 210 paper. I told you, right? So there are 3 different papers you need to learn when you go for a PCNSC certification. So module 1 to module 11, it's fully talk about Palo Alto firewall. Okay. And where you can, if you want to become a PCNSC certification, you must have a knowledge on all this module 1 to module 11. Module 12, it's talk about different product called Panorama. Okay. And so this is and different paper EDU 220 paper. Okay. And model 13, let's talk about the troubleshooting, how to troubleshoot the protocol wise, configuration wise, and then how to capture the packet and how to, I mean, in a troubleshooting itself, you are going to know what is the packet flow of your Palo Alto firewall and what are the tools and features we have inside the Palo Alto firewall to troubleshooting purpose, and how to troubleshoot your hardware related issues. If you are having a warranty, how to claim your warranty in a hardware team, right? And how to create escalation mails. uh, that and all we'll discuss under troubleshooting module 13. Okay. And module 14 about the exam preparation, guys. Okay. So these are all these modules will cover up to EDU 210 to 330, all 3 papers it's covered. So if you are well in this 13 modules, then you are directly right. You are eligible to write PCNSE certification, guys. Okay. The exam certification cost is around 180 USD for Palo Alto, either PCNSA or PCNS. So if you go for a PCNSA also, you need to pay 180 USD. Or if you directly go for a PCNSA, you need to pay 180 USD. Okay. So based on your skill set, you can go either PCNSA or PCNSA, guys. After attend the session, you need to have hands-on. Then you are you will directly eligible to write. You can crack the certification. Okay. So under module, I mean, the next firewall, we are going to cover FortiGate firewall. And FortiGate, almost just like a Palo Alto, it has a 14 models. And similarly, it has two different papers, FortiGate security paper and FortiGate infrastructure paper. Okay. So FortiGate security paper, it's talk about how to use your FortiGate firewall next generation firewall features, how to enable, how to create a policy, how to apply the next generation firewall features like application control, URL filter, file blocking, data leakage protection, right? So that and all you are going to learn under FortiGate security paper and SSL VPN. That and all comes under the FortiGate security paper. Let me show you the module 1, which is talk about the platform and for FortiGate platform overview. And then module 2, FortiGate device management. Module 3, policies. Module 4, NAT. NAT. Module 5, firewall authentication. Okay, so module 5 comes under the FortiGate infrastructure. Okay, module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4, module 6, which is talk about the your IPS function, antivirus profile, application control, URL filter, file blocking and all. And module 7, right? Module 8, data leakage protection. So up to module 8, module 1 to 4 and module 6 to 8, right? Almost 7 modules comes under the FortiGate security paper. Okay. And module 5, module 9, module 10, module 12, module 13, module 14. All these models will comes under the FortiGate infrastructure paper. Okay. And module 11 as well. Okay. Module 11. Module 11, we have a two VPN. So SSL VPN and site-to-site VPN. In that SSL VPN, it comes under the FortiGate security paper, and site-to-site VPN is comes under the FortiGate infrastructure paper. Okay. So totally all this 15 models, except 15th model, it's an exam preparation. All 14 models will cover end-to-end FortiGate firewall. So you are eligible to, after completion of this training program, you can directly go for FCP certification. Okay. Clear. So and your FortiGate also will support the all next generation firewall feature, and additionally, one of the advantage with the FortiGate firewall, SD-WAN implementation. So inbuilt SD-WAN implementation, you don't need any special product to implement the SD-WAN or special licenses for the SD-WAN. In FortiGate, it's a free of license. So you can manage Fortinet SD-WAN in a secure way. Okay. So this is the one of the major reason why FortiGate is the I mean, right now, FortiGate is the first market leader, and second place for Palo Alto, third place for Checkpoint, fourth place your Cisco FTD. Okay. So the reason comparatively Palo Alto and FortiGate, it's a comparatively cheaper than Palo Alto, and it's easy to mid level range of organizations. Okay, mid size of organization, it's very easy to implement and cost effective, and it's giving a better support as well. I mean, comparatively, Palo Alto is suitable for the large scale enterprise networks, and it's a costlier product, but it's a uh, where you are expecting the performance throughput. So in that case, Palo Alto is the first priority, guys. Okay. So and it is very much suitable for the large scale industry. Unlike FortiGate, it's not suitable for the large. Yes, it is suitable, but it's not comparatively. It is not providing the throughput. Same if you are compare same segment firewalls with Palo Alto and FortiGate, Palo Alto will give you the maximum throughput and more efficiency than your FortiGate. FortiGate, it's for value for the money, and they are giving a best support and cheaper and one of the cheaper and best product. Okay. So here also we have a application control, URL filter, file blocking, data leakage protection, right? All those menus, all this model we have, all the feature will be supported by the FortiGate firewall as well. Additionally, which is not included in Palo Alto, it, it is not included with the SD-WAN. Okay, Palo Alto doesn't have SD-WAN, but FortiGate have a SD-WAN feature, and then VDOM, it's a similar to VLAN concept. So single, if you have a physical FortiGate firewall, single FortiGate firewall, you want to logically split as a multiple logical firewall. It's similar to how we are segmentizing single LAN switch with a multiple segmentation, logical segmentation. We are splitting as a multiple logical segmentation, and we call it as a VLAN, right? The same way, single hardware you can split logically, single firewall you can split as a multiple logical firewall, and you can deploy it in a different process. You can treat it as a logical individual firewalls. Each and every logical firewalls, you can treat it as a individual firewalls, and you can deploy with a different process. Okay, so that is one of the advantage. So the same concept is available in for Palo Alto as well. That is called virtual system. Okay. And we are having a site-to-site VPN, SSL VPN, all those stuffs which is available in same like in Palo Alto. Here also we have. The only thing is concept of implementation efficiency will vary with the each products. Okay. So and checkpoint comparatively in Palo Alto and FortiGate, checkpoint is a entirely different deployment option and entirely different product. Okay, so you can some of the features can relate. So the same features like NAT, VPN, application control, URL filter, file blocking, all these features will be supported by checkpoint as well. But the thing is, the implementation and then deployment option is drastically changed. It's little bit complicated deployment option we have in checkpoint, and this is very much suitable for the complicated networks, the very large scale network and complicated network, and where you can separately maintain your policy to manage your organization security policies. You're separately maintaining a devices called policy manager. Okay, so checkpoint manager. Sorry, yes. Okay, so it's little bit different deployment option. I mean, they're having a different approach called it lay distributed deployment, standalone deployments, or you can say two-tier architecture, three-tier architecture. So you need to know about this architecture. You need to know that components available in a Gaia operating system. So what is smart manager? What is a smart console? What is security gateway? Right. So these three components you need to know. Then only you can able to understand these three architectures. Okay, so here also in our all the next generation firewall features we are going to include it and in a checkpoint. So up to 11 models we have, right? So model one, it's talk about lab introduction to the firewall and deployment. Okay, so initial configuration of your checkpoint firewall and how to deploy your security manager separately, how to deploy your security gateway separately, how to deploy your smart console separately, and all how to deploy your checkpoint gateway and checkpoint manager both in a standalone deployment, right? So that and all you are going to see in under initial configuration. Okay, and how to your device administration, like taking a backup, creating a multiple admin user account with the different privileges, and how to upgrade and update the licenses and patch updates, right? So that and all comes under the initial configuration itself. Okay, and model 4, it's talk about the policy management. So you can create it just like a Palo Alto firewall. Here you can create a multiple policies like NAT policy, security policy, threat prevention policy. Okay, and then decryption policy. Like that, we have a different kind of policies layers. Here we call it as a policy layers. Okay, sub layer you can create inside the policy layer. You can create a sub policy layers. So what is policy layers? How to create the sub policy layers, and all we'll see in our live session next. Okay, so model 4, model 5, and up to NAT, right? And then IPsec VPN. Okay, so IPsec VPN. These model 6 and model 8 IPsec VPN. This is comes under the CCSA paper. Okay, and for CCSC, all the CCSA content plus advanced features like URL filter, application control, antivirus feature, file blocking, okay, data leakage protection, your IPS identity awareness, like user-based authentication. I want to allow in your production network. I want to allow some set of users, like I have a different kind of employees, so I want to allow set of employee groups. I want to allow access the Facebook, but set up the different set of the employee groups. I don't want to allow access to the Facebook. So in that case, user identity you need to do it. So user authentication, how to integrate your checkpoint firewall with Active Directory server, that and all we'll discuss under this advanced firewall features. Okay, module 7. And module 8, again, it's your IPsec VPN and SSL VPN. Okay, module 9, it's talk about the high availability. Your checkpoint will support active and active passive both. Failovers it will support. How to deploy that we'll see in a module 9, which is comes under the CCSC certification. Okay, CCSC certification. Model 10, it's about logging and monitoring. How to view. So we have a dedicated monitoring tool in checkpoint firewall smart event called smart event tool. Okay. So how to use this smart event tool and smart event smart view tracker. Okay. For troubleshooting purpose and verify the log purpose. Right. So that and all we'll discuss under module 10. Model 11, it's fully talk about the troubleshooting, how to debug your checkpoint configurations or uh, policy. I mean, configuration based issue, protocol based issue, right? So how to troubleshoot that, how to capture the packet, what is the packet flow of checkpoint, and what are all the stages we are going to capture the packet, right? So that and all we will discuss under troubleshooting, guys. Okay. So all this comes under the CCSC. Okay. CCSC certification. And as I mentioned in a Cisco ASA and FTD, we don't have a dedicated certification track. So it's a product based training up to CCNP level of training in this Cisco ASA product, Cisco FTD product, and Cisco FMC product we are going to give. Okay. So in the Cisco ASA, due to time concern, I'm just giving you overview of your curriculum, guys. So I'll give you the if you want to see detailed in curriculum discussion video. I'll give you the for your reference the previous recorded sessions, so which we talk about the each separately 1 hour session. I have talk about the each and every product curriculum itself. Okay, so it's where I have explained in a detailed manner what is this each and every component, how long it will take to complete everything. I have explained, so I'll give you for your reference, so you can just go through that. Then if you're interested, you can join with us. Okay. So Cisco ASA, all VPN access list, and then how to take a backup and restore, and then how to access the command line, right? High availability, IPsec VPN, SSL VPN, routing, troubleshooting, all those stuffs. NAT is there in ASA, and the same way Cisco FTP. ASA, we don't have a next generation. It's a traditional firewall. So why I have included this traditional ASA firewall into this package? If you want to learn FTD, you must have a knowledge of ASA. Firepower. If you want to learn a firepower, then you must have a knowledge of ASA. So that's the reason I have included ASA here, even though it's a traditional firewall. Okay. So you need to have a basic knowledge of ASA. Okay, so all the NAT routing, L3 functions, right? So basic security policies and everything is covered under Cisco ASA. Whatever the security concept we have in a Cisco ASA, everything is covered, and except UTM feature, because ASA it's a traditional firewall, it is not supporting the next generation firewall features. But in Cisco FTD, all it will support the next generation firewall features. So here I have included FMC. So how to access your Cisco FTD firewall very first time without FMC and with FMC. So how to integrate your FTD firewall with FMC and through CLI and GUI. What are the components we have in FMC? How to add your FTD firewall inside the FMC, and how to create a multiple admin user account, how to take a backup and restore and configuration management, everything which is related to the firepower management center, not FTD. So for FTD firewall, we have a separately how to manage your FTD firewall and how to configure the administrator accounts, and I mean how to create a multiple admin user account and privileges, how to manage the licenses and patch update and upgrades, right? So that and all separately we have for the firepower management center and firepower threat defense. Okay, so and then how after integrate your your FTD firewall with FMC, how to create a policy, how to allow deny some services or application based on the user based user authentication as well, Active Directory integration as well. Okay, so and then your IPS activities like application control, URL filter, file blocking, data leakage protection, antivirus profile, all those stuffs. Okay, under network security, NAT, right? So application and visibility, you can see your application control. And under firepower and intrusion prevention, I have included your IPS activities like antivirus, file blocking, okay, data leakage protection, okay. So your intrusion prevention, all these features we are going to see under module 7 and module 8, which talk about the VPN. So what are the type of IPsec VPN and SSL VPN? Okay, both it is included. So remote VPN, any connect VPN, both are same. So a remote VPN, clientless VPN, and this is with a client VPN. It without having any dedicated application to access the SSL VPN. So that is comes under the remote access VPN. And with a dedicated application called the AnyConnect, so the same SSL VPN, you remote access, AnyConnect, both are same type of VPN. That is SSL VPN only. So without WebAx, by using a web-based SSL VPN access and dedicated specific application called AnyConnect SSL VPN application based application based VPN SSL VPN, we are going to use we are going to learn in this module 8 both. Okay, so Module 9 talk about the high availability. So failover and then active. Both we are going to include it in this module 9. And module 10, it's talk about the troubleshooting, how to access your this, how to access your FMC and FTD based for the firewall uh, policy based issues or configuration based issue or protocol based issue, right? So everything, how to access the hardware issues, so how to address the hardware issue, performance issue, everything we'll discuss under module 10, guys. Okay. So module 11, I mean, it's about the certification, but since we don't have a specific certification on this product, it's a part of your CCNP certification. Okay. And the duration, as I mentioned, so Paloalto itself, it will take 2 months. FortiGate, it will take 1 month. Checkpoint, it will take 1 month. Cisco ASA and FTD, it will take 1.5 months. So almost 5.5 months to 6 months it will take to complete your entire 5-in-1 firewall mastery program. Okay. So for your reference, I will share this document for your reference, and as well as I'll share you the schedules when we are going to start a batch, and right. So the batch is going to start on 11th September. In morning, we do have morning batch and evening batch. Okay. So morning batch, we are going to start with checkpoint. Evening batch, we are going to start with FortiGate, guys. Okay. Tomorrow, we'll have a hands-on with a FortiGate. Shiva, I'll ping you. Okay. So tomorrow we are going to have one hands-on session with a FortiGate firewall, and after that, I'll share you the rest of the product demo for the recorded video. I'll share with you guys. You can just go through that, and then if you're interested, you can join this batch. Okay. So the fee structure for this 5-in-1 Firewall Mastery Program. So this is the fee structure. Actual cost for this 5-in-1 Firewall Master Program is 600 USD right now. So for Teachers Day and Ganesh Chaturthi offer, we are giving a 50% offer. So you can take this 5-in-1 Firewall Mastery Program for 20,000 rupees itself. So actual cost is 40,000. For abroad students, it's at 600 USD. So you can take this course for Indian students, you can take this for 20,000 itself. And then abroad student, you can take this course for 300 USD itself. Okay. And you can make this fee in a 3 installment. So first installment should be a 50% of your course fee, which means 10,000 INR, or I mean 10,000 INR. Foreign students, you must pay 150 USD, guys. Okay. And after completion of your first firewall, when you're enter into the second firewall training program, that time you have to make your second installment. So remaining 50% you need to pay 25%. So 5,000 INR, 75 USD. Okay. And after completion of your second firewall, you need to when you enter into third firewall training program, that time you have to make your third installment. So 25, remaining 25%. So that is 5,000 INR and 75 USD, guys. Okay. So regarding your I mean admission process and then fee payment, the payment gateway, just ping this number. I'll drop the number in your chat box. You can just ping me in a WhatsApp. Okay. Or you can call me this number. We'll discuss it, guys. Okay. So this is the number 9597818863. We will contact. Okay. So you can just ping me in my WhatsApp, guys. So that's it today. And